Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials on any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com.
Okay, so my Minikube is up and running. So what I'm going to do now is just let me see if my, come on. So anybody else tried installing Minikube?
No, Nitin, unable to install this winget command, the package, so which we need for this Minikube installation.
Okay, you are using Windows, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've installed, I guess I'm using it in a Docker desktop one, Nitin. It's fine, right?
That's fine. That's totally fine. Okay, due to some reason, my desktop is hanged. That's one problem with using Minikube is that it will take a lot of system resources. I'll just see if my Minikube is running. Okay, so it is running. So what I'm going to do now is I'll see istio.ctl version first, that what is my client version which I've installed. So it says that my client version is 1.8.1 and in my server there is no istio pods. It could not find any istio pods, right? So as I mentioned, we have two ways of installing Istio. You could either go with um, using Helm charts, or you could just use the Istio.ctl itself to install. In both cases, the same Istio operator will be created, and um, the resources will be created using the Istio operator. So as of now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly install Istio.ctl install set profile equal to demo. So it will install demo profile. It means that it is going to install istiod, it is going to install ingress gateway, and it is going to install egress gateway. So these are the three components which we will get. So let me just install this. See, as it gives the warning, this will install the Istio demo profile with Istio core, Istio D, Istio ingress gateways, and egress gateways. So we'll just say yes to it and let it install. So Istio core does not create any pods as such. Istio core will only create all the other objects like the service accounts and stuff like that, which are required. All the CRDs, definitions, and everything will be created using Istio core. Next, it is going to try and install Istio-D. So Istio-D is, as I said, a monolith which contains three components, which is Citadel, Galley, and Pilot. So Istio-D is where all our configuration file goes. They are verified that they are correct. And then once they are verified that they are correct, Pilot will send them to the sidecars for enforcement. So if you have, say, applied a security policy, say an authorization policy, so Galley is going to just look at whether the configuration is correct or not, and then Pilot is going to send it to the sidecars. And Citadel is more of security features. It has the certificate management and stuff like that. So we'll see all this later. But as of today, we are going to see ingress with mutual TLS. That's why I was just giving you an overview. So somehow this GoToMeeting is consuming a lot of memory. So that's why my whole system is slow because of this. So while it is running, let me show you a few configuration files. So as you know, in Istio, everything which you do is, all the configurations you do are done using some YAML files. And these YAML files are basically created by you, and once you apply them, they are taken by IstioD, they are validated, and then they're sent out to the sidecars for enforcement. So I'm just going to show you first an ingress gateway, how it looks like. So this is an ingress gateway. So the font size is good, right?
Yeah, it was me.
Okay. Yeah. So what you have is this is an object of the Istio API. So in the API version, you give the path of what API you're using. And then kind means, as you know, in Kubernetes, the kind means what type of object you want to create. So the type of object is gateway only. So whether it is ingress gateway or egress gateway or whatever gateway it is, the kind will be gateway only. And using the Istio selector, basically, Istiod knows whether it has to create an ingress gateway or an egress gateway.
Hey viewers, our Mastery in DevOps engineering program can help you to hone the skills necessary to succeed in high-level DevOps positions. So what are you waiting for? Enroll now and earn certification that show you are keeping pace with today's technical roles and requirements. Contact info is mentioned in the video sidebars and in the description box. Book your seats for the upcoming batches now.
So this selector currently, for example, we have done Istio ingress gateway, which means that this gateway object has to be of type ingress gateway. Then we define the servers in which we define the port number. So port number is where this ingress gateway has to listen to. So then we are giving a name to the port, and then we are giving protocol for the port. So in this scenario, I've used port 80. And then I'm using a plain HTTP protocol. Then you have to give host name, that what will be the host name which it has to listen to. So we need to make sure that the host header is populated properly when you are sending your requests. If you directly use IP address in the browser, remember the host name will not be set properly. You must be using this host to access the services. Only then this ingress gateway will be able to identify the request that yes, I have to listen to it. So this ingress gateway is kind of opening a listener for any traffic which is coming with this host name on this port number. Okay. Now I think my installation is complete. Is it? Yeah. So let me just see if all my pods are up and running and see what all pods actually came up. So it creates a namespace called Istio system automatically if it is not there. And then it will install. So currently I have 3 pods which are running. One is my egress gateway, ingress gateway, and Istiod. So Istiod is where my configurations will go. Ingress gateway and egress gateway are the edge proxies which we saw in the diagram. Right. So next thing is now we will have to do some setup, right, to basically understand what is happening. So what I have done is I've created a small Spring Boot project here.
Nitin, sorry to
So this
interrupt.
is my
This is Dinesh here. You said that Istio installation, right, Nitin?
yeah.
Did we download anything for before in giving that istio-ctl install command, or how?
Yeah, yeah. So you need to download, of course. So this folder which I showed, I just downloaded it earlier. So
Tell me the
I
link.
went to this folder, right? Okay, you want the link, is it?
Yeah.
If you go to getting started, it will give you the link. Yeah, so this will download the latest release for you. If you do a curl to this
Okay.
one, it will download the latest version, which is 1.8.1. Okay.
Okay.
Or you can go to Istio GitHub as well, from where you have the source code and everything. You can download it from there as well. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
But this is how, I mean, it's too simple. You just run this curl command and it will download that folder.
You send me that
To
link,
unzip that,
page link in the chat.
so that's what I'm unable to see. There is no chat option, it seems. I can't see any.
There in this go to meeting.
Okay, okay. Fine. In fact, the previous link also I was. So this is the command. And this is the getting started page. So this I already showed, right? So this is what will get downloaded from there.
Okay.
These will be the directories under it. There will be a bin folder, manifest, samples. Under samples, you will find all the add-ons plus some examples. Under manifests, you will find the Helm charts and the profiles for istio-ctl. And in bin, you have single istio-ctl. Okay.
Okay. Fine.
Fine. So now we can see that our pods are up and running in Istio system. Now let's go and try it out, right? So what I've done is I've created the sample Spring Boot project, in which what I'm doing is I've created this Istio demo controller. So it is listening to this URL v1, and then the resource path is Istio demo, and it is going to return me hello from application v1.1. So I have two versions of the the Docker image which I created using this code. I hope you are already aware how to create Docker file, right? Docker images we're able to create, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Is there
Yes.
Yeah.
anyone who doesn't know how to create? Okay, good. So what we basically do is this is my Docker file, simple Docker file, in which I'm just giving this command and it is going to run this program in my server. So I have already created the images and they are available for your usage. They are public images on Docker Hub. So Istio demo, if you see, there are two tags in it. One is 1.0 and one is 1.1. So, and one is later. So 1.0 will return a message hello from 1.0, and 1.1 will return hello from application 1.1.
Hey viewers, trying to get into DevSecOps? Enroll for our DevSecOps certified professional programs and earn the certification that shows you are fit for these technical roles and requirements. Contact info is mentioned in the video sidebars and in the description box. Book your seats for the upcoming batches now.
Okay, so these are the simple Docker images I've created. So let's create these objects within our cluster. So this is my Kubernetes setup YAML. So in this, I have two things. One is a deployment and one is a service. So in the diagram, okay, I deleted that. So if you remember in the diagram, we had services and pods. So basically the deployment is going to create pods for me, and this service is going to create the Kubernetes service for me. So let me try and apply it. Sorry. So this is my version 1.0. So I'm going to share all these files after this with you guys so that you can try on your own as well. So I've created one deployment. I've created one service, right? So let's see if the deployment is successful. Yeah, my B key is not working fine. Okay, so it's still coming up. So meanwhile, I'll just do the second deployment as well. So in this one also, I have created one deployment and I've created one service named IstioDemo v1-1. And in previous one, the service name was IstioDemo v1-0. So let me see if things are running. Okay, it's still creating the containers. And let me see if my service is running. So my two services have been created successfully. These are the Kubernetes services. One name of first one is 1.0 in the end, and second one is 1.1. And now I'm just waiting for my pods to come up. Okay, some memory issue is happening. Let me close a few things. Okay, why it is downloading this? So one has come up, 1.0. The other one is still container creating state. So meanwhile, anyway, our first exercise is with 1.0. Let's work with that itself. So what we have now is, I have created a pod with this configuration, with this deployment. It is running one replica, and this is the image I have used for this. So Istio demo 1.0 Nitin Zizi. It's a Spring Boot service which is running on 8080. Okay, now as I said, once I've created this service, this pod is visible within the cluster. So within the cluster, if there is a pod or there is a service which wants to access this service, it can do via this service. However, we are outside the cluster. So if we try and access this, we will not be able to access this particular service. Now to expose it to the outside world, what we are going to use? we are going to use the Istio ingress gateway. So this is the first ingress gateway which we are going to create. This is a plain HTTP ingress gateway. Um, it's a simple one, just I showed. So I'm just going to apply this configuration, and it is going to create an ingress gateway for me.
I think it would be better if you show us in a diagrammatic representation of what you are doing right now. I think this is what we are trying. Such
It is
diagrammatic
the
representation.
same draw.io diagram which I showed, in which we had an ingress. So let me just create it, no problem. I'll create in
Okay.
front of you guys now itself.
Okay. Just to get a better understanding.
No problem. Only thing was I was running out of memory. That's why I closed that draw.io as well. Okay. So what I've done is I have a pod here.
This gateway will identify the Kubernetes cluster.
Your voice broke. So can you say that again, please?
Hey viewers, are you looking for formal training on SRE practices? Take our SRE program. This course will teach you how to successfully implement site reliability engineering in the modern day 24/7 services. Kickstart your SRE training today. Contact info is mentioned in the video sidebars and in the description box. Book your seats for the upcoming batches now.
So I just wanted to know the gateway, right? So how it will be identified, which cluster environment it should connect? Like, is there any specific selectors we need to write to identify the
No, it depends on which cluster you are
particular
creating.
cluster?
No, so your
Okay.
kubectl is pointing to
So
a
if
particular
there is a
cluster.
multiple clusters in the environment,
If there are
yeah, please
multiple
go ahead.
clusters, then your Istio, your service mesh should also be installed in a multi-clustered way, and then it will automatically do the, where it has to install depending on that. So
Okay.
your service mesh installation, the Istio when you're installing, there is a separate, detailed steps which you have to follow, and a lot of configurations are required when you are doing a multi-cluster installation. That I'm not covering as of now, at least.
Okay. Okay. That means only one ingress will be handled with a whole mesh, right?
No, that's not right. You can create n number of ingress gateways. And in fact,
Okay,
the
that's what my question is. Suppose if it is n number of ingress or out egress, then how it will be? I mean, we can connect internally to reach or talk to the particular controllers.
okay, so let me rephrase. So what I wanted to say is when you're saying multiple ingress, I want to say that there are multiple ingress pods which are running. Okay. But the ingress gateway itself, which you're creating with a unique name and for a unique host. So this will be deployed on the ingress gateway, but which pod will actually run it is taken care by Istio. So what I want to say is, again, let me show you the demo profile which we saw. Or yeah. So basically you tell how many replicas of ingress gateway you want to run or things like that. And then in the cluster, how many replicas will be running and which pod will be actually taking your request. This particular configuration will be applied, will be taken care by Istio. Sorry.
It's not related to multi-cluster. If we are going with the multiple projects and we have multiple namespace, different set of
Okay.
projects.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
different set
So
of projects.
yeah, I got it now. So here you can actually specify a namespace, and you can put whatever namespace you want.
So project 1,
You
project
can
2. So it
create
will
in that
be,
particular namespace.
yeah, yeah. This
Okay.
answers your question, Digambar. Digambar?
Yeah. Yes.
But the thing is that no matter in which your what to say namespace you're creating it, ultimately this is going to be executed by the ingress gateway pod, which is running in Istio
Istio
namespace,
system. Yeah.
Istio
That is the
system name.
master one. Yeah, that is the master one. And the
No.
individual,
So that picturization is slightly incorrect. So what happens is you're creating these CRDs. These are the custom resources which you're creating, right? These are not Kubernetes resources. So these definitions will be applied to a particular namespace, but when it comes to execution, it is done by the pod which is running in Istio system namespace.
can you draw a diagram for
I
multiple
will
namespace?
elaborate. Yes, you will understand it. Just give me 2 minutes.
Okay.
So we will just apply this gateway here, because once you understand the virtual service concept, then you will understand this gateway also.
Okay.
Come on. Okay. So now our gateway has been created, but a gateway in itself is nothing. It can't really route the traffic anywhere. So a gateway will always be linked with a virtual service. So that's where the namespace thing or everything which we talked about comes into picture. Now, next we have to look at the virtual service. So let me open a sample virtual service. So this is a virtual service in which again you have to define for which host you are creating this virtual service, and you have to mention for which gateway this virtual service will work. Now, a virtual service you can attach with multiple gateways, but there should be, for a particular gateway, there should be only one virtual service. What I mean to say, if you have n number of gateways, you can probably have multiple gateways here. But if you have a gateway HTTP-gateway in this service, then you cannot have this gateway in some other virtual service as well. So the gateway is closely linked with a virtual service, and virtual service is the component in Istio which actually routes the traffic to a particular actual physical service. So the Kubernetes service, so let me draw a diagram and make it clear for you guys. So currently what I have is one Istio demo v1. This is the pod, and then one another Istio demo v1.1. This is also a pod. On top of this, I've created a Kubernetes service. And the name I've given to this Kubernetes service is again Istio demo v1.0. Okay. And on top of the Istio demo v1.1 also, I've created an Kubernetes service, and the name I've given this service is 1.1. So this is my pod. This is also my pod. So this is what we did with the deployment. Okay. Now, next what I'm doing is I've created something called an ingress gateway. Okay. But this ingress gateway in itself is nothing. You have to associate it with a virtual service. So this is the ingress gateway which I created. Name was HTTP gateway. And then I'm creating this virtual service. Its name is HTTPS. I've associated this virtual service with this gateway. And it is the virtual service where you define that where I need to route this request, whether it has to go to this service, that service, the service name, the physical service name, which is these, is specified in a virtual service. So this ingress gateway is closely linked with our this service.
So here,
And then
which is
this service,
which is called a host, Nitin.
which is called
Host.
okay. So in both these, there is a configuration called host, which we define. So basically in ingress gateway, we say that for which host it has to listen.
Thanks for watching. Want to study further? Join our training programs today.